Watch yourselves, because I'm feeling particularly sarcastic. Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. Right then, everyone, welcome back. My name's Paul. This is Mileage Studios. Here's some signs. Between me and you, I've spent the last 3 or 4 days hanging out of my ass with the most wretched guts, barfing everywhere. So I'm glad I've got that off my chest. I'm feeling genuine voice crack, no jizz. I'm feeling a little bit better, but I've got to be honest, I still can't look at a banana without my ass being a bit sore. Not for the same reason as you though, Trevor. All right, let's get that square. The workshop is shit high. I've got fuck all done. And yeah, I used some language. Now, there's a little bit of a backstory for today's video. I've been sent a couple guitars from Jet. Lovely, fucking full disclosure, I did not buy them. This one, I did intend to buy originally. I was going to buy it from a shop called Trago Mills. I've mentioned it before. It's a shop that exists from the days before eBay and AliExpress and B&M and every other shop that's come since. I was going to buy this. This is Jet's equivalent of the pink finger. I never watch old videos, I've got to be honest, because I do things differently. From week to week, I learn as I go, and I develop different techniques. That's why I'm an expert on a beam, because I'm a trier and a gent. I was looking through Jet's catalogue because I haven't reviewed one of theirs for a while, and I've got a much posher Telecaster downstairs. I say downstairs, it's over there, but I'll say downstairs because it creates an allure, and I'm going to do a shoot off of that against eArt's equivalent. If you want to see that, comment below. If you don't want to see that, comment below. I won't care either way, but it just gives me an idea of the demographic. This is the pink finger in question. I didn't buy the one at Trago because the place is falling to bits. It's a fire hazard. Theirs had a fucking great ding in it, a tuner that was broken, and it was genuinely fucked. I could get my hand under the action like I'm in search of a beef curtain. I didn't buy it because they wouldn't even knock off 10%. I thought, fuck you, I'll have a free one off Jet because I'm a YouTuber, and that's how we roll. Oh yeah, parts trays coming soon. Got a new supplier. They are on their way. So this is the Jet's pink finger. We're going to look through this today. Every Jet guitar I've had in the workshop has been amazing. Every Jet review I read online, you all love them. I love them. Last year, the Jet JS800 spitter spatter jizz-filled blue thing sparkler was the best guitar I had in the workshop. This is a £200 one. This is super cheap. I think probably top 3. I'll say that again without ruining the sound. I think probably top 3 options for 200 quid. Is it like a telly? Does it do telly? I don't know, Danish Pete. Let's find out, shall we? Let's dumb it down for you, Trevor, you thick fuck. Regardless of what your tool levels are, this should be the first thing you buy, all right? Whether you get it from Crimson, whoever, it doesn't matter. Just whatever one you want to buy, go to your favourite YouTuber, see if they've got an affiliate link and follow their code, because they might earn something out of it. They might not. They might give the discount to you if they're legendary like me. But either way, you'll get a discount, and it's pointless not doing that. So it doesn't have to be my codes. The smaller the YouTube channel, the better. And the reason that's good is because when you put their code in, that company then knows through their computerized system that you have gone to them through that particular YouTuber, all right? So that puts value on that YouTuber. Let's just keep saying YouTuber. Smallest channels are better, all right? Help them grow. Help them grow. I've got too much relief in that neck. I'm going to adjust my truss rod. We've been here before, haven't we? Just in case it's your first rodeo, ping your strings out the way, look. Woo! Look at that for a bit of logic. Clockwise if you're looking down the end of the goose. Some truss rods are weird. You'll be turning it, there's no resistance. It's like she's had 4 kids. But then you'll get your not straight edge on and you think, fuck me, I've got a banana. So be careful. Lovely. Jubbly. Now we've done that, we can put them in. First part of dumbing down. How do you check this? I'm going to bring Dave in for a bit of close-up, cock cam, and then you can see what I'm looking at. I was going to use the meta glasses, but quite frankly, they're fucking pissing me off. Steady on, Dave. Steady on. Dave's diapole is a bit of a wobbler. I'm going to fret this at the first fret, and then I'm going to fret it at a fret near the body. And then I'm going to put my microphone there so you can hear it. Fret, fret, It's very difficult to get yourself a straight neck, dead straight, if you're using this technique to test, because any amount of back bow, your string will just be decked on it when you fret it. Use your noggin. So if you've got a queef of relief, you should be able to do that and just hear a tiny bit of noise. And Jet, that is a wonderful neck. Wonderful. They just make great guitars. I'm going to leave you down in cock cam. So there you go. You can straighten your neck out without one of them. Talking a lot of shit today. The next thing you're going to look at, I'm going to leave you down here on cock cam, Dave. It's all right, that, isn't it? The next thing I'm going to look at is action. As you know, I use this little doodah. We can zero it off. 1.75 on the low E. It's not the end of the world at all. 1.4 on the high E. So the action's fine. How can you check that? Here you go, look. Fucking feeler gauges. Let's go for 1.7. So we can go in here with the glasses, the spectrometers of wisdom. And I can just see, oh, fucking hell, Paul, that is terrible videography. I can just see that stringlet. That is right there. So you can get pretty accurate with your feeler gauges. You don't have to spend £170 on a quimometer, but this is still the gold standard. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, it's easy with the tools. Look, incidentally, my feeler gauges, 2 queefs is golden. New Fuck It Is Custom t-shirts are in the shop. So Ben, the guy that runs ADHD Custom Straps, the link is also below. Fantastic guy, and he developed the Fuck It Is Custom logo. He sends me a few bits every now and again because he's a legend, and those t-shirts are in the shop, and I think they're fucking brilliant. What have we actually covered? We've checked our action. We know it's 1.78 to 1.4, which will be fine for most people. When it comes to checking your nut, here's another one. We're going back to basics. So basically, we're going to fret it at the 3rd fret, and we're just going to tap that down. You see the amount of movement in that string. Hopefully you can pick that up. It's on the higher side. It could definitely be lower than that. 0.63. So that is, 0.6 is the absolute highest you would want a nut. And just try and get your nut as close to that as you can. I would. In my head, I'm thinking, fucking hell, Paul, this is a shit video. Normally, that's the ones where people go, that's a very useful video today. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We've talked about Trevor liking bananas in the bum. We've crossed many boundaries. I think today we should take the opportunity to talk about some shit comments I get, because they are amusing. One of the funniest ones is when people decide they like to do a channel review in the comment section for me, like this one. Now, I don't disagree with a lot of that statement. However, swearing is absolutely necessary, and you, my friend, can fuck off right to the moon. The next thing we're going to check is for rockers, because we've got to. I've got one there. It's tiny. We'll give it a tiny tap. The gentleman that deals with everyone from Jet is called Lee, and he is very forthcoming with the knowledge. Jet have senior people from their company in the factories at China all the time, being involved with QC. Let's do some experiments today. I know that this action's fine. I know that the neck is pretty straight, and I've got a high fret at the 5th. So what's it like at the 4th? If you wanted to slam this down to 1 mil action, which I'm convinced no one fucking plays with, you certainly couldn't play Kumbaya on a guitar with a 1 mil action. I have got a few Rocky Rockersons. They are all over there. I'm not trying to start a new saying, honestly. Don't the Dario's nut lube just look like spunk? Juvenile, innit? It is juvenile. If you don't find me funny...
Don't even care.
I'm not even going to look up how much this is. I will do at home. I think it's about 200 quid. I mean, it's so cheap. It's half the... How much was that classic vibe I bought? 400, I think they're 499. This is an absolute... I mean, the neck is so lovely in satin. Not so much of a fan of the Strat stroke telly headstock, but neither here nor there. The necks feel incredible on these. They do. That's the feel I'm chasing for every shaft I create. I'm going to do this thing justice because it's leaving the workshop. I'm going to pop these strings off. Don't come with locking tuners. It's got chrome saddles. Every part of me just wants to go blah, 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 blah. It's a fucking pink Telecaster. What do you want me to tell you? I'm going to take these strings off under tension because Facebook says I shouldn't. Fuck you, Facebook. And all those who dwell there. It's firing strings out the back of the bridge. Right, oh, it's not string through. Didn't notice that. Now, to be fair, last week's video was a parts caster, and that thing absolutely was a worldie. I loved it. No string through. Must be shit. No, it's the same as the original. Still going to be shit. Blah, blah, blah. Just trying to preempt all the Facebook opinions. I'll see you in a second. I'm going to tap these frets, get them as close as I can, and then we're going to run the leveling beam over the top. So I will demonstrate that even though you can tap frets and get them pretty damn good, and you can even spot level them and get them pretty damn good, sometimes because this comes out of a batch of wire, you might still have a low point somewhere on the neck. And that's why you'll never achieve perfection doing it that way. You can do. It's a fucking luck of the draw game. That's all I'm saying. But I'll see you in a second when I've done some tapping and some buggering around. The boring shit. Right, welcome back, you turnips. I've tapped the frets. They didn't respond very well. They were pretty much well pressed in. I'd expect nothing less from Jet. My partner's over at Jet. Oh, you're an internet shill. Everyone's a fucking internet shill. That's how it works. This is a massive, great selling channel, you thick twat. Basically, the next thing I'm going to do is just run my leveling beam over that. I'll show you what I'm doing for a change, because it's not very interesting, but it is interesting because you're interested in stuff that I do day in, day out. However, I thought on these Monday fluff pieces, I could read out some interesting comments every now and again, and then I'll throw them away, as I was going to make a video of these, but I'm not going to bother now. So here's the first one. This is from Kenneth. It had to be fucking Kenneth, did it? I'm not even lying. Cunt's called Kenneth. Third worst name on the planet. I'll put my glasses on, Kenneth. You cunt. Someone who curses like this, or is a good start, someone who curses like this might as well be hiding a huge sign that says, I am undereducated. Dude, don't get upset at my comment. Just do better. Thanks for that, Kenneth. You absolute fucking mung piece. And that's what I think of your comment. Don't really care. That's from a long time ago, that one. Kenneth probably doesn't watch anymore because Kenneth's too clever. He's probably also the sort of guy that was breastfed to the age of 14 and can't masturbate without thinking about his mum's tits. That is so good. Now, let's get the leveling beam out, shall we? Before I get dark. Leveling beam, 400 grit. I think it's 220 and 400. That's what you get from Crimson. Before you touch it with a leveling beam, make sure she's still level. I like to support her around the 4th fret and nicely on my little body bulge in here. Look, we're nicely supported. I'm trying to prevent as much flex on that as I can. You can let a little bit dangle over the end because most of my weight is going to be down this end. It's just a technique you build up over the years. I can hear that scraping both ends, so I know I'm pretty much there. Now this ain't going to need a lot. I'm going to go from the left to the right. I'm not going to then come back. I'm going to always start left and then finish on the right. This is no slight on Jet. I'll do this to pretty much every fucking guitar that comes here. This has been done to £4,000 guitars. It's been done to £200 guitars. They're all the same. Now, like my priest used to say to me, I'm not even pushing. It's just the weight of the tool that's doing the work. I've gone one pass and I'm just looking. All that's going to do is identify some high frets, which is here and here. You start seeing a little bit of metal dust on your fretboard, just a little bit. So we've got a batch of highness around here. So even though you tap them and you can get them pretty much right, there's just a little batch of high frets here. This is all like, I've not touched the pen on this end and I've not really touched anything at this end. You can see I'm only really creating dust. I hope you're picking that up, Dave. Are you getting that? I'm only really creating dust in the middle. Let's have a little look with a cheeky rocker now and see how that's affected things. I had a rock at the 5th before. She's gone. Like your Mrs. Trevor in 97. There you go. So, 2 tiny rocks right up here on the 17th fret on the low E. No one's ever played that note in the history of guitar. Don't worry about that. And it was teeny tiny. And also I've got a bit of a rock, which is very common actually. I've got a little rock on my 22nd fret, probably because of the overhang of the fretboard. Don't matter if that one's low, does it? It's the last fret, so don't worry about that at all. So now what I'm going to do with my same grit, I'm just going to go in the direction of the fret. And make sure that any scratches I've got are in the direction of the fret. Then I'm just going to finish off with my 400, which is taking very little off. You can hear the difference with the 400. And then the same again. They are going to be absolutely perfect now. And when it comes to leveling, that's it. That's the mystery. Don't push down hard enough to deflect the neck. Make sure you're well supported, and that is plenty of support. Make sure there's a little bit of action on the truss rod. Just if she's totally slack, just turn her so she's just helping keep the neck stiff. And then the fret ends are not bad at all. They could maybe do with a little tickle, but hardly anything. 1.7 to 1.4, those frets played fine. If you want to go lower, and a lot of you do want to go lower, then they just need it. I could just hear the start of a little bit of torment. That's all. They're an 8 out of 10. That's a £200 guitar with 8 out of 10 frets. I've had £3,000 guitars that have been 6 out of 10 and worse. So it's not a slight on Jet. They were fine, all right? I'm getting bored. I'm boring myself now. Let's have one more comment, and I'm going to turn the cameras off. I'm going to finish this off, and I'll see you downstairs for a cheeky demo. I was interested. Oh, this is from Play Authentic from 1082. I was interested in the guitar until you spoke. I'm going to do a bit of recrowning and polishing and just making it nice. I don't do the same thing in every video and every week because it's the same thing. I literally do this on repeat. So I'll show you various stages and I'll keep you interested. Next week, I might show you me tits. Testing, 1, 2, fucking 3. Now, let's just talk about a few bits and bobs. I've done a little bit of homework downstairs because I'm not as lazy as I look. That is 179 quid. I think at that price bracket, that is probably, without the spaff, I've even started the relic process. I've done a full level recrown and polish. It didn't need it, but they all need it because if it's going to go out my fucking door, it's going to be right. I have sent a few guitars out in the past after just tapping, and honestly, I'm a guitar maker and I like things to be spot on, so I do a level recrown and polish. It takes me 40 minutes, if that. So, and that needed fucking hardly anything. So I've cut the nut down to 0.5 to 0.35, there or thereabouts. I've set her all up, the neck is straight, she's had a full level recrown and polish. I've used a bit of Laura Trucker's Knuckle on the fretboard, which did nothing because it's full of sanding sealer. But there you go, 179 quid. Basswood body, I'll weigh it because some of you are boring. 6.8 lubs, which is an amount of kilowatts. It's super light. Basswood body, I'd expect nothing else. Modern C baked maple neck. Chinese guitars in general make amazing necks. They must all use the same product because it's lovely satin, super slick. Absolutely love this guitar. If this was my own, I wouldn't bother with a string through body. Don't care about that myself. I'd put a 4-way on it, maybe. Everyone loves it. A 3-way would be nice. This thing is an absolute whopper. While I was downstairs, I made sure the gimp had a nice cup of tea. I do not think you can spend 179 quid more wisely than this. At that price range, it's better than the Squire stuff. It's just lovely. It is lovely. All the work I've done to this gets done to every guitar. If we're grading this as class, pass or ass, thank you, Tom. This is absolutely a class guitar. 179 quid. Thank you for sending it in, Jet. I'm sure everyone will go, oh, you're just a paid shill. And it's worse than that. I'm a proper wanker. Special wave, everyone. I'll see you next week for some more bollocks. And make sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you do not have my respect. It's official.